Basically, I always like to keep it simple because that's the kind of guy I am, because if it gets too complex, it's hard to stay on mission. A mission is very clear. You have an objective that you're trying to accomplish. I learned this lesson when I was in the Army because I was a chaplain for 14 years in the U.S. Army Reserves. And we got mobilized for Operation Desert Storm. And so I was at Fort Campbell, and I learned this whole lesson of being on mission there. What happened was I was kind of having a pity party for myself. In fact, I got really down in the dumps. I'm thinking, my friends are home having a barbecue with their families and just having a really good day. I'm preparing for war, and I may not come home. And my children were young enough at that time that they wouldn't even know who I was because if I'd been killed over there. And so I called my wife. As back in the days before cell phones, I made my way to a phone booth. And I said, I just poured my heart out. And she said something that really impacted me for the rest of my life. And I know it had to be from God himself speaking through her. She said, Ed, you're your best when you focus on other people. Go out and love on your men, and God will lift you up. That is so true, because what I did then is I got in my Humvee, and it was raining, it was dreary. I mean, I had every reason in the world to be depressed. And so I went out there and I just loved on the men and encouraged, joked with them and everything. And I came back so fired up. I mean, I was literally walking on air when I came back to the barracks. Well, Jesus teaches us the same thing, that love one another as I've loved you. And that's the mission we have. And so when we continue to do that, especially when you're down, especially when you feel like, I just don't want to do this anymore, the best thing you can do is go love on people. Because what happens is you get your eyes off yourself, your pain, your hurt, and then suddenly God restores you and you're blessing other people at the same time.